And looks like we are live. Good evening, Final Fantasy Rando fans. Welcome to Week 3, Day 3 of the Fall Tournament. Today, we have a really fun one, and by fun, I mean interesting. It's procedurally generated, all key items are loose, and it's going to be fun.
Yeah, this is a tough flag set, but it rewards. There's a lot of risk and reward, right? You can go north, south, east, west, and depending on who makes the right decisions, could pay up big for them.
Yep, especially because right now we have Alternate Time Loop and FF Rando at the number 2 and number 3 slots overall, so they are neck and neck. It's only a couple points separating them, so it's still anybody's game.
Yeah, and I'm joining the booth with Mr. Ibis, who is my teammate on the Feels Bad Man. So it's a pleasure doing comms with you. This is fun. We're not going to be biased at all. We'll be rooting on everyone, and no commentary curse as well.
I mean, that's physically impossible. Commentator curse requires that everything go horribly wrong as soon as you're like, well, it's got to be somewhere, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Joining me in the booth is Not Young Me, who is a wonderful teammate and a cool co-commentator. We also have JLo7 and Moonrisen Phoenix helping us track this absolute madness. And of course, Adam Droop is running the restream, so thanks to them all.
Yeah, they do such a great job. So why don't I kick it off here and go over some of our blushings for the evening. For the fighter, we have plus 10% hit, plus 10% strength. For the thief, we've got Hertz Dragon and plus 5 luck. Black Belt has plus 25 agility, plus 1,500 gold to start guild to start off with, and Red Mage has resist ISD and promo Sage, which is big. White Mage has starts with plus tier 3 and plus MDEF, and the Black Mage has wood armor, shield evade, and plus 10 MDEF. So given this, I think you're going to see a lot of fighters with the plus 10% hit and strength. And then certainly that Red Mage with the promo Sage is certainly intriguing.
Yeah, I think that's definitely big. The Black Belt almost feels like just a trap with the trust fund of 1,500 gold. But if you have another town really early, that means you're not farming off of something stupid to try and, squeak out the cash you need.
Yeah, I agree.
So really, it's anyone's game for the party you want to bring.
Yeah, this is certainly not straightforward. You could see, a fighter black belt with a couple mages, or you could see a traditional thief fighter, white, black.
Yep, or you just bring all red mages and just be like, okay, give me the promotion, please.
Exactly.
We have a nice pixelated map. So yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be all over the place.
This is great. Thanks, AER, for putting this up here.
But yeah, it looks like we're going to be needing a boat real quick, because we are pretty well landlocked.
It looks like that was just a glitch, but for those that saw the map, you got a little bit of a sneak preview. Hopefully, I don't think any of the players saw that, so they shouldn't be watching the stream, but at least we got to see exactly where everything was. And interesting, looks like Prophet decided to go with the Black Belt Nun, Red Mage, Black Mage, no fighter. Interesting choice with the blushings there with 10% hit and strength.
Yeah,
and
that's a big gamble.
Yeah, Dustbloom going. I think this is probably would have been my preferred party here. Fighter, Red Mage, and then double black here. You're going to have at least some potential for some healing magic with that Red Mage, but that fighter is going to be doing a bulkier work.
Yep, lean hard on the speed and power and just make sure fast and temper show up.
Exactly, and we're off.
Off to the races. Harm 3 for the White Mage.
And I saw
Lightning 3 and Warp on the black side.
Yeah, that Lightning 3 will do considerable damage early on. That's a good sweeper to have, and the Warp certainly helps with this flag set.
So it looks like that was Life 1 as well, so... Honestly, yeah, that's some pretty solid starting magic. It's not the instant nuke, everything is free, but you got options.
Yeah, I would take that. Armor's no good, but Lightning 3 and a bunch of mages, they should be fine.
Cheap
And then the
weapons,
wrong-
not good weapons, but cheap weapons.
The wrong kind of saber. The best part about this flag set is the route diversion early on. Right, all 4 runners could go in different directions here. Unless we see river locked.
Yeah, right now it's just pick a direction and pray based on the minimap
Exactly.
you looked at earlier and thought, this seems about right.
And this is smart. Normally you wouldn't see this in any other flag set, but they're deciding to take some imps early on, get some levels. You just don't know how far you need to travel. Go back in, save, go in at level 3 or 4, or in this case, level 5.
Because, yeah, that's a difference of probably about 100 health, which is pretty important for things not, incidentally wiping you.
Yeah, and you go from 2 charges of Lit 3 to 4?
That sounds about right. So yeah, we've already got some divergence. Looks like Budgemano is heading for a hole. Meanwhile, Duskplume is heading straight for Elfland. Same for Prophet and Elf. Quick, cross your eyes so we can keep up with it all.
Yeah.
I don't know what the good card is. And there's a loose rod. Oh wait, they're all loose.
And we see not too much here. Heal 2, it's not bad, but not what we're looking for. And Duskbloom realizes we don't have the gold to keep shopping, so he's going to venture on. Or they're going to venture on, excuse me.
There's a Guardian Marcus who's feeling likely, since the trap chests are local, it's dragons, and Gasties are, sometimes they roll up,
Odds of him surviving this?
It's rough.
Yeah.
If they roll down,
Ooh,
looks like they did.
Yeah.
And looks like a ship on Budgemano's side, in the castle.
Yeah, it's going to be huge. And this is some major levels for Guardian Marcus early on. I don't think I saw Budgemano take that chest.
And a tail too. Okay, well, this is nice and open. With the boat to go everywhere. This is really just anyone's game so far.
I think the hardest part is not finding the ship, but it's finding where the ship is located after you find it. Where it's docked.
In this case, I think there's really only one dock in the area,
Just
gotta find it.
Yeah. And Budgemano finding the cube.
A bottle and a cube, jeez.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, well, we front-loaded all the unlocks. Good luck, here's an entire world, have fun.
And Guardian Marcus remembering the hint giver there. I missed what it was. Bobby, I don't know if you saw that. And Guardian Marcus getting the rod. He's still not great armor here. But Duskbloom's going back into Elfland for some shopping. Tenses. We'll do it.
Oh, there's fast at least at level 4 black. Looks like Life 2 is locked out for the Red Mage, but Cure 4 is not.
Oh no, did Guardian Marcus just reset out of that on accident?
Oh no.
I think he did. He got the ribbon, and I think it was an accidental reset.
Unfortunate.
I think he did. Yeah, I was watching that. He definitely defeated the Gas Dragons, got the ribbon, and then did a soft reset. Prophet taking a slight pause, probably just to mark down on his sheet where everything is.
Yeah, tracking all of this nonsense is the most important thing you can do, aside from, playing well.
Yes.
It is really fun, but there is just way too much going on all at once, especially early.
Also getting lucky and maybe going and checking, Marsh Keylocked for the bottle. I think all of the racers from Tuesday are still upset about that, but that's just me moaning.
I mean, nobody ever wants to go to Marshlock, so there's something
Oh,
important there on
so
top
bad.
of it. Yeah.
So bad. Canoe wasn't even required.
Oh.
So I think the only enemies we've seen are gas dragons. Is that correct? I'm pretty sure that's it. Besides, we've got ogres over here.
I think there was something in the box in Matoya's cave that was sadder than usual, but there really hasn't been a lot of fighting going on so far. Looks like Budgemano is taking his boat and going somewhere else.
Just tuning in and haven't watched these races before, normally you wouldn't check any of the chests that Guardian Marcus, or any of those rooms that Guardian Marcus checked, because there's usually no boxes there. In this flag set, there can be boxes in every room possible. So he's checking every single thing, and that's what it requires here, because you just never know.
Yep, not only do we take all the chests and put them somewhere else, but also all the key items are loose somewhere in those chests instead of in nice homes like they should be.
So basically check everything, every time, everywhere.
Except don't check the things you shouldn't check, because that's not fast enough.
Oh, that's right. Forgot about that.
That's what gets you. At least that's what got me. But you know, sometimes the chime or the cube is just in Mirage Tower, so what can you do?
Or rod in earth. It's a bummer.
That's fair. We meme about the rod being in Earth all the time, though, so it's like, yeah, sure, why not?
It's gonna be there. And Dustbloom getting their ribbon.
+5, so it's even actually got armor this time.
I mean, do you even look at it though? I just basically take it. It's a ribbon.
Does it say ribbon? Yes. Is it nice if the ribbon actually has anything? Sure, why not? But
right.
If it's a -3, you're still wearing it.
Shumbabi, I agree with you. If you have the loot, it should open the rod plate. Same thing. Guardian Marcus making a play for Ice Cave here, which normally you would love if you had Warp, and we do, but not really required for this Earth Cave, or for this Ice Cave. You're going to go through the whole thing regardless.
Yeah, unfortunately, there being such big rooms at the very far end, there's not a lot you can do about that.
Exactly.
But it is good EXP if you don't get completely wrecked. So, fingers crossed.
Yeah, I would say about 99% of the time, you don't have to warp back or go through the hole to go a few levels back. Normally, you can just check that room and then just carry on your merry way. And Dustbloom getting the crown from the king.
Okay, looks like there's Wall and Fade at level 5 for white magic. So yeah, solidly seems like a decent magic seed.
Yeah, Fade, Wall, Lightning 3. Haven't seen Nuke yet, and there's Lightning or Life 2 and Cure 4. So I mean, we see Nuke and Temper, and we're good to go.
Okay, looks like Guardian Marcus found a Thor hammer in there, so there's some extra sweeper going on. Seems like the ghosts are just trying to waste as much time as possible.
Yeah,
Nothing
I think so.
Not deadly, but like Stinger's annoying and it hits everybody and they're spamming it. Cremate's annoying and it does halfway decent damage for, you know, minor enemies.
Just enough to make you want to heal, but it's just annoying. I mean, I'm thirsty over here. I've got a drink next to me, and I haven't seen a map check in a while, so I need one of these people to seriously do a map check for me.
Well, unfortunately, given that there's 4 of them running simultaneously, and we all got maps ahead of time.
I know.
Well, that's important information. If it's still there, which it probably isn't. Then
And
again, knowing it's
they
on volcano somewhere to get the floater.
But they can lie. I've had it a couple times where the hint givers are not telling the truth. So you take
The
a gamble.
important thing is, some of them are shuffled in groups. Like the actual dungeons are shuffled them internally, so it's going to be somewhere in volcano. But like Matoya's cave gets shuffled in with Sarda's cave and one of the other caves that I can't remember. I think it's Ice. Those all get shuffled together.
Interesting. Okay, so if they tell you it's in one of those locations and it's not there, it's in the others.
Yeah, it's all in the different sets. Which there was a nice list that they had on the wiki.
Of course, I read. Did not. And the Black Mage using that Thor hammer, trying to conserve some magic spells. And we might be out, because I don't see anyone else casting.
Yeah, I think he was pretty low. He only had 1 or 2 casts, and there were a lot of ghosts that needed exploded.
It's that Flame plus 5 from Budge Mono, which is great armor early on. End game for sure if we don't find the dragon.
Sarda's apparently a bit of a hoarder today.
Oh, no, Dustboom. Oh, and there's Crystal, so we're heading back to Matoya. I know Dustboom found the ship, or has the ship, but I'm thinking they're looking for the dock.
And actually, the important thing here, or that may be, is we might never wind up going back to Matoya because that's only a single check. It's backtracking way the other way. I mean,
Yes.
if you're feeling like going fast, you kind of want to skip it.
Commentator curse. It's going to be the key.
And that would be sad, because I'm pretty sure lockpicking is not on.
And Slab from Guardian Marcus in Ice Cave. And there's the canoe.
So yeah, we've seen the canoe, we've seen the hint for the floater. That is a lot of the really important stuff already taken care of. But still, the stuff you need to finish the game is just out there somewhere.
Still need the Oxiel chime key.
And everyone's favorite loot.
Oh, that's fine. You don't need that.
Just sing at the plate at the end, it'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
Oh, and there's that dragon armor at the device.
Guardian having a little bit of difficulty in the Ice Cave here, was able to get out about a step away. So that's good to see.
Yeah, you just love seeing those encounters on the literal last tile.
Yeah. And we've all been defeated right after defeating Carrie. Some nasty trap, nasty enemy encounter. Yeah, Shin Bobby, I meant Kraken, not Carrie.
The other K.
Will get you every time. And Dustboom making their way through Ice Cave. Gonna get the good news on the canoe, and what else did we find?
Slab was in there, I believe.
Yep.
Thank you, you've saved our kingdom and woken our prince. Here's 37 cents. Good luck.
Hannigan, keep me honest here. Yeah, canoe, slab, and the dragon armor. And Roostic. Don't remember if I saw Guardian check that, but I'm sure he did.
Yeah. Let me just check my handy dandy map here, and it does definitely look like Volcano is canoe locked here, so fingers crossed. But yeah, I think this is pretty much peak Oops All Loose. There's a bunch of things going on. Several people have a ton of things. Some have a couple different ones. And no one has any idea really who's in the lead because it could go 17 different ways.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's just a different way to race, right? I mean, normally you're thinking about efficiency on your routing. Like, you just don't know what your routing is going to be on this. You kind of just start in a direction and you see if it pays off. You try to grab as much houses as you can so you can, continue on your journey and not have to backtrack to a town. But this is one where it's a little bit of luck and there's certainly some skill. But if you make the right choice early on, it certainly pays off.
Yeah, I feel like this is one of those where we can do the bell curve joke of it's all RNG at the low level. In the middle, it's it's all skill. You got to make the right choices, and then at the end, it's all RNG. Because there's a lot of things you can do to improve your chances, and there's a lot of things you can do that are just going to lose you time. And it's just that the remaining 5% of the time, those things you should not have done will pay off, and that's it. You're just finishing the seed in 45 minutes, 7 hour and a half.
Exactly.
There's your map check for Profit of Retro.
I'm on it. Thank you, Profit.
Someone had to give you that moment's reprieve.
I appreciate that. It looks like Guardian is going to... Don't know if we've seen anyone else get on the ship so far, but did a little bit of exploration. Biden's Melmond. Oh yeah, we did see one person, right? Because this is where Fade was.
Yeah, we've had some hopping around. It's really just a question of who wants to head to that northern continent and how much is it going to pay off.
I mean, it pays to, unless you want to gamble, but it pays to stick around as close to where you are. That way, that's your home base. We know where the floater location is. So once we can find that, we can quick turn that in, and it's going to make the seed much, much faster.
All right, I forgot we had hidden Astos on. So in this case, instead of being in the Northwest Castle and minding his own business, he's apparently a Dark Sage today. So he still translates the slab for you because he's a scholar. But then he tries to attack you afterwards. Why he didn't do that beforehand? Who knows?
And level 18 from Dustbloom is a pretty good early level. This seed and this flag set really doesn't require much more than 25, especially with a fighter at plus 10% hit and plus 15 strength. Plus 10 and plus 10. Yeah, plus 10 and plus 10. You could see them, maybe 22? 23.
And that would you're feeling lucky with health. I mean, bosses aren't that tough. It's just a question of finding what you need. Get a good enough sword and...
Right, we see a Masa plus 2 and we're golden.
I mean, at this point, you take the Masa minus 3 and still laugh all the way to the bank.
That's fine. Honestly, I'll take it in a vanilla X-Cal. You'll get it there with enough tempers and fast.
Yep, we just need temper to show up somewhere reasonable. So yeah, if ProcGen Overworld isn't clear on its own, it is a procedurally generated everything. All the locations are scrambled and shuffled about, and then we get to stare at this and say, I'm not sure where exactly anything is. On top of that, we rearranged all the chests, so they're just sort of scattered inside rooms amongst lots of different places. All the castles have all their chests shuffled together, and yeah, the volcano is all kinds of mixed up. There's a bunch of extra rooms on the bottom floor you might not have known existed. Well, they got chests now.
like we've got Lord Fizzleby. Lord Fizzleby joined the chat. Welcome. And Catnip Bumble Farts, welcome.
You are very welcome. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask them. Chat will probably correct me when I inevitably say the close enough thing that's not quite right.
It's fine. Close enough it works for everyone.
Got to give LFP something to do, right?
All right, Guardian Marcus doing some exploration here.
Ooh, we got the T-Rex in the desert.
Map check. Let's go.
I'm sorry, that T-Rex has cure.
Gosh.
And that's pretty much the point where you do exactly that. Just say, nope, not doing this.
And we find Lefane.
For 50.
We find Lefane, which is going to give us another hint giver and the super store. We already saw this already on the left side. That was the floater on Volcano. Was that level 6?
Yeah. But it got rearranged, so it really could still be anywhere in the volcano. So originally it was the vanilla incentive chest, if I'm remembering the levels correctly.
Okay, on Carrie's floor, I have never found a loose. In the 4 practice seeds that I ran on this, never found any loose on Carrie's floor. So, I'm wondering if we'll see that. And we see Temper, level 7?
Yeah, Temper at level 7 is a little bit of a sad moment, but they've got the tail, so eventually they'll find the dragon and, get to promote. Looks like Prophet has found Topher, too. Where is that hiding?
I saw him do a quick pause. I'm guessing on his map he was marking that. Over Island.
Oh,
yes.
It's its own little island. Nice. East of where we started.
Yes.
Budgemeno has found Marsh, and much to everyone's chagrin, now that everything's shuffled, Marsh Top exists. Because normally, 3 out of the 4, all the chests are linked somewhere else, so you just never bother going this way. But in this case, we got rid of all those link chests, we shuffle things around, so... If there's nothing up here, I'm gonna laugh so hard. Literally nothing! Marsh Top officially debated.
Not great, but at least we can turn in the bottle here for Prophet and Dustbloom. And there's Nuke level 7, which is Black Mage learnable. I believe that's a hint giver right there too.
There are quite a few. I can never remember the last couple just because it's usually to the point where I don't need them.
Yeah, chat, correct me if I'm wrong. Pink Witch is a hint giver, yes.
Let's see, we've got Adam Droop asking if the ship is required. Given that the floater is, separated by a mountain range and there's an entire other continent of stuff, a little bit, yeah.
T-Rex, unfortunately not quad-Xable.
Turns out trying really hard and believing in yourself does not boost the power of your magic.
Yes. Dustbloom about to get their bad news on Marsh Top.
Ooh, there's a Vorpal +5 on the bottom, though. Or no, in the middle. It was one of the other rooms.
Okay, so did you know that there was a room to the right here on this marsh floor that Budgemano's on? I did not know that there was a room to the top right there until this actual flag set. I watched Dead Pulse race this, and he went up there. I'm like, oh gosh, I would have never checked that. and it turned out to be something like a key or something.
Oh man. No, I was not aware of that. There's apparently like 2 or 3 little rooms that I've just completely missed somehow.
And ADR, yes, ADR, you've been doing fantastic work. He's been dropping the vanilla map links with everything. He's been dropping this awesome tracker, like where you can actually place, where the floater location is. You can put in where Topher is directly on the map. It's a great tool. He's doing fantastic things for the community, and we appreciate him.
Absolutely. Thanks a bunch, man. It's been really crazy helpful. Yeah, C Shuffle is just kind of crazy because, like, half the time you just pretend most of C doesn't exist and you just go straight to the bottom because there's the giant room on the way to Kraken. And then the other half you get unlucky.
What's the theme this week, Gregory Pup? Get lucky, have fun? Wait, that didn't come out right.
Cry.
That didn't come out right.
Week 3's theme is, you thought you knew this game, you thought wrong.
Yeah, all loose. I think it's technically oops all loose, and that's accurate.
ProcGen oops, yes. Thankfully, procedural Earth wasn't done in time.
Alright, one thing I haven't been noticing, have we been keeping up on our wood armor on the Black Mages to get them max evade, or do we just not care? I mean, it's a short Topher. A lot of the times you just don't even care. You're just saying go for it as fast as you can and trying to hunt those down and equip it. It's time you probably don't need to waste.
Yeah, like I feel like it's an option, but I don't think it's a strong one on the Black Mage in particular. Just because you're still only getting like a 50-50 shot, and with, say Kraken punching 7 times, 3 of those is still enough to one-shot you.
Yep, agreed.
On the Thief, though, where it gets you, the entire rest of the Ruse Stick, it's a lot more valuable.
Absolutely.
Oh, we got Budgemeno digging around in the volcano. Those hairpins get weird when chests start blocking stuff.
Dustplume's still hunting out chests here in Marsh. Feels bad going through this without the key. I'm not going to say anything.
No, it's fine. I already cursed it somewhere weird, right? That's how that works?
Yeah.
Oh, Sage is pretending they're important with the black shirt.
And that was a hint on Oxyale. I didn't see where it was.
I missed it too because that was some very fast text boxes.
Yes.
Ah, there's that floater.
Also,
Nice and near the top.
Oh, so we did grab the floater. Okay, nice.
Yeah, Budgemeno just got it.
In volcano. Okay, so we were not lying. I miss the days when Gregory Puff would actually race in these, but he's just too busy for us, I guess.
Too busy thinking about duck stuff.
And Dustboom soon to get their floater. Although it is so easy to miss a chest in Volcano because you can get locked out of some of the routing here, and you can think that you've checked everything, but in fact you got to circle in a different way to actually get
some of those half steps that you can't pass through.
Yeah, I made that mistake my first time. I'm like, oh, that's fine. If I can't get to it, then I can't get to it. But everything is accessible.
Sometimes it makes you cry a little, but it's accessible.
Hey, Gregory Pup, laughing LMAO at comms. Yes, we're trying our best over here. This is the Feels Bad Man team. This is 50% of the team. We're here for the points. That's it. We're having a good time.
I mean, I'm also here for, having fun with commentary. Oh, there's a massa in the volcano. Man. And yes, the locations are randomized in that it's ProcGen Overworld, procedurally generated, so the locations look normal, but where they are is all over the place. And then in those locations, all the chests have been completely shuffled around, so who knows where those boxes are going to land. And then on top of that, all the key items are loose, so we don't know where they are. They could be in any regularly unmarked box. They will not be in the marked boxes. Marked boxes will only have good gear. And you know some monsters waiting to eat your face.
I'm checking Budgemanos just to see if there's any loose, because I do not believe any loose have ever been on this carry floor here. Oh, 4 gil. That's enough. And Dustboom
There's like
getting
3,000 more, so.
There we go. Dustboom getting their floater. And Prophet heading down through Earth.
Yeah, I was going to say, it just comes down to the fact that Volcano has so many chests, there's probably just not that many left by the time you get to the bottom. So the odds are that it happens is low, but low is not 0. Either we take this to the development channel and put in bug reports and insist, no, it's real, it happened once, I swear.
Yeah. Or Goober, welcome chat. I thought there was only room for 1 Lord in the chat, but we'll allow 2, I guess.
Maybe they have to duke it out.
I think so. 1v1.
Can't remember, was Lord above, like, Baron, or... What's the next step up?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like this is a Burt Reynolds question.
Oh yeah, I guess that is a pun. Huh.
Oh yeah, no, I meant that. I'm on my game tonight, Lord Fizzlebeef. LFB, let's effing go.
Ooh, we got our Chime and Ordeal, so we are, you know, almost ready to clean out the Tower of Loot. Whenever they, you know, want to double back for that.
Okay, so at 33 minutes in with no orbs lit, how are you feeling?
Given the way this map is, I honestly don't know. People are probably feeling at least a little behind. But this is also like the point where you really just got to think, do I actually really think I'm behind here, or is this just going to be one of those garbage seeds where nothing could have happened until I did all this?
Yeah, you just don't know. Like, you're thinking someone took some different routing, right? So you don't have the loot, you don't have the key, you don't have the Oxio, the Chime, and, well, we've got now Budge with 1 orb lit. I would feel so far behind. Because the first 30 minutes, yeah, you're hunting down things, but you have all the items, you just gotta, like, hunt down the locations. Here, we don't even have the items. So if we do find, you know, on rack, we can't go defeat Kraken. If we do find Mirage, we can't go in.
Oh, we have the loot in one of the bat rooms.
Party room loot.
Living the dream. So yeah, like, you probably feel behind, even though you know in your head, I can't justify calling myself actually behind here. Because it's just, there's so much stuff that you know about but can't get quite yet. Or it's just prioritizing, okay, what am I doing now?
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, you this is one of those things, one of those flags you can practice, and you can run it in 55 minutes, or you could run it in 130, and you'd be like, okay, that's about, even for both of those times, you'd be like, that's as good as I could have done, right? Like, I didn't make any mistakes, I didn't have any bad wipes.
Whereas, don't forget which old man has the hint.
Another flag sets, right? It's very consistent. It's like, okay, I know I need to be an hour every single time.
Yeah, but yeah, just the variance on proc gen is always going to be huge compared to any other more standard flag set. And there's really just not any getting around that. You can't just, you know, optimize true randomness.
Wano getting the bad news on Titans. But at least we know where it is.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, knowing where things are is half the battle. And popping carry for 650 points is definitely one way to get rid of her. So there's our second orb.
Dust Plume on the board. See, for us newer runners, this actually makes us look much better, right? Because, like, if you misstep, like, you know, a CC or a Dead Pulse, they're not going to have any missteps, right? It's like, okay, they know exactly where they're going. Right here, you can go, like, north and be like, oh, well, that's not the right direction, right? Like, okay, you got to go this way. It makes us newbies look much better.
Or at least makes us feel a little bit better, even if they're going to be the ones picking up on, okay, this means it's got to be over here, so I'm just going to go that way now.
Right, we still lose by 15 minutes, but we feel better.
We feel a lot better, because that 15 minutes is on top of an hour and a half of random stuff.
Exactly. The ProcGen maps are linear if you know kind of what you're doing in routing. Also, hint givers are important here. Lord Fizzlebeat, don't make us feel bad. Like, it's not that linear.
And Prophet getting the Earth Orb differently on the board.
And Pro Rings for sale for 12 grand. And I didn't see which shop this was.
I believe that was, what's it? Crescent Lake.
Crescent Lake? Okay.
Two out of the three wood pieces for those black mages, but no, not feeling it.
Right. And Budgemano making good use of the warp here. I mean, with this many casts, shouldn't be too hard to get through ordeals.
Oh no, they run out just in time to get sent all the way back.
9 charges? No way. Not for an experienced racer like Budge.
Okay, it looked like he got sent a lot further back because he had to pause for a second.
Be interesting to see if any of these racers can keep up with Jesus the Frog, who's clearly the one seed, you know, in this time slot since he's on our team.
I was gonna say, isn't there some truth in advertising thing that we have to, you know, say that we're his teammate before we talk him up really big because he's awesome?
Oh yes, I mean, oh wait, he is our teammate? No, I just thought he's just a great racer. So it'll be interesting to see if anyone can be within 20 minutes of him. And we just cursed him.
What? Who? What?
Yeah, Jesus the Frog? Yeah.
The other frog. Alright, the real fun question is, from here, does Budgemano take the Chime and Cube and fly off in his airship and just go clean out the Mirage Tower? Because there's so many chests in there. Because I feel like that's a good play right now. It's just a question of how lucky is the play going to be.
Wait, did Guardian Marcus skip the loot?
Oh no. Because I know people were talking about how Batroom doesn't have things, and then it was, no, it totally does. It totally can.
I think he just skipped it.
Oh
no. Oh no. I swear to you, I was gonna commentate on that earlier. I was like, okay, any like new racer, like Guardian Marcus, that's just that hurts. That'll be the last location he looks.
Well, for what it's worth, Dark Twins, you have tried to correct the belief repeatedly.
Okay.
It just didn't stick.
Everyone believe. He's going to remember. I believe. All right, and there's the Oxyel. We found that in Dwarf Cave. And saying hello to the Hooray Dwarf. Which I never do, because I'm bad at this game, and I need to go fast, and 1 second will actually kill me.
Yeah, you did step away right as Guardian Marcus decided that party room isn't allowed to have stuff in it, so it can't possibly have his loot, and he skipped it. So yeah, that happened.
I'm sick. Sick to my stomach. That feels so bad.
Hooray, indeed. You can just hear the tears of sadness with that hooray.
Wolfram, Demon Frog, the second best frog in the FFR community. Sorry, I had to call it... What's that?
Looks like it's been corrected on the tracker, so it looks like they did grab it. Honestly, yeah. Well, that's a lot better than the alternative.
Hey,
so good on them.
Good.
I mean, the speedrunner in me says that, yes, it's fine to not talk to the Hooray Dwarf. You save at least a quarter second.
100%, and we need that. Like, 100 of those.
Need to save frame somewhere. I'm losing minutes everywhere else. Bubbles, on the other hand, does get to die because relocated chests. I'm over there anyways.
You would make Hate very proud. Okay, interesting. Dust Plume found on rack, but not gonna go down.
Dusk Plume gonna play in the waterfall and see what they can see. It looks like Prophet of Retro is going to be the first to dip into Mirage Tower. Well, those are some inconvenient chests. Thunder Saber Tigers.
And a quick reset.
Just Say No is the most powerful ability you can learn as a new intermediate runner.
Alright, so at the 44-minute mark, all racers are at the 1 orb mark. I'm telling you, I know they're thinking they're behind.
Yeah, this is the part where you're scraping by that second orb and thinking, man, what else could I have done to go fast?
Yep. Okay, Adamant, we don't know if that's going to lead to anything, but...
Well, if you're picking it up, you go to the Dwarf Cave.
It wasn't a complete waste for right now. At least they found something. And not sure if the tracker's been updated for Budge Mono, but... Oh, okay, we haven't made it to...
We got an X-Cal, we got a Massa. I think Endgame is just free at this point.
Did Budge Mono grab the loot? Okay, he has the loot in Ruby, okay. Thank you, Phoenix. And Mr. Ibis, I'm going to let you take it for a sec. I need to take 1 sec.
Alrighty, so yeah, really it's just going to come down to what can we get, how can we get it? At this point, I think key is the last thing we don't really have in anyone's inventory, and I don't remember if we've seen any hints, because I know there were a couple I just straight up missed. And here's Budgemano about to run over the speed bump to get a second orb.
And we're back.
Welcome back. You missed pretty much nothing for 30 seconds.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Massa in the armory, Excal in the Earth armory. Like, there's just weapons places, you know?
It's everywhere. This is something I'm guessing the racers and all their practice seeds aren't accustomed to, having to do a full clear of Sky and Mirage. Because normally time comes a little bit later, and it's out of reach, and by that time you're usually in go mode. Now we're doing a full clear.
It's always nice to be able to just skip huge swathes of stuff at the end, but that always also feels bad because it's, okay, I'm pretty sure that other people also got to skip this and they're ahead of me now.
Yep.
But I mean, that's a new player's dilemma. Everyone is always ahead of you, while in that quantum superposition of maybe they didn't get the thing I needed.
So it's still a pretty close race here. Budge obviously has the 2 orbs lit with just the key to go. Guardian Marcus is slightly ahead on items, just having picked up the floater, so now he'll just need the key, but is 1 orb behind. And Dustplume and Prophet aren't too far behind.
To answer the question in chat, runners know what the flags are a month in advance because this is all planned out for the tournament, but they don't actually get to see like the mini map until, 10 minutes before. So they have a pretty good idea that this is going to be some weird stuff, but they don't know exactly how weird until it comes to the day of.
Yeah, and honestly, it's really, you can practice it, but it's just going to change completely. It's as far as, the spells and the weapons and all of that, it's not too crazy. It's just really the routing here.
They also may have learned absolutely nothing from our matches, and in fact taking the wrong things away because sometimes unlikely things happen and make things weird. And yeah, of course, we can be reasonable and say, yes, well, it's got to be relatively linear. The ProcGen overworld still tries to be straightforward about this stuff, but that's not nearly as fun as making it sound completely nuts.
The big thing about this is remembering where locations are. So, you can have everything, but you can forget, okay, which, where's Onrak, right? I still need to go defeat Kraken. You can search around the map forever to try to find that, because it's not always easy to decipher where that is on the minimap. Or remember where Topher is. And in this case, we're on a tiny island.
I mean, it makes sense nobody would really want to live near the Temple of Fiends, so... It's even got a nice seaside swamp view.
Yeah, Budge promoting. Gonna be able to equip that Excal. And give the Vorpal, was that a +5, right?
Yeah, it was something outrageous. Like, there are, I think we've seen katanas too, so you've got weapons for everyone.
Everyone's Team Vorpal at this point if it's +5, right? Oh gosh, I'm gonna get chat going.
Over an actual Massa, maybe. Especially for the end game. But, early, just take the free hits.
Alright, how about this? Question for Bert. Vorpal +5, is that a Massa vanilla?
Pretty sure it's just under on damage and way over on hit or crit.
And
there's our Key and Titans.
Yeah, Key and Titans.
I mean, so that's pretty much it. Budge Mono is now go beat some fiends and win. And I'm pretty sure they've already got all the levels they'll need, too, so... Go grab Temper since it was level 7, and yeah, no, that's it. That's time to go wreck stuff.
Orpal Vanilla is better than Masa? No, that is not true. There's no way. Vanilla Vorpal is not the same as Masa. Absolutely not.
I mean, it's just because the way that crits are added. Because it's double damage and then extra range. Because I'm sure the great and mighty Bert would never ever decide to troll his teammates, right?
Never, ever. So he has our back. Literally taught us everything we know. All right, so Budge certainly has the lead here. Promoted, picked up all the spells that we need after going to the Lefane Superstore. Now just needs to go take down Tiamat and Kraken 2 or Kraken, and then he knows where Topher is, so we're in go mode.
Oh, we did not get to Brack Tiamat. Well, yet. Always try more. There you go. If Tiamat refuses to Brack, just insist 3 or 4 more times.
All right, that was going to be my question to you, Mr. Ibis. So, can you take encounters off of, like, past Tiamat? And you can, right? I think it's just on those...
Specifically, the arrows are not encounter tiles.
Okay.
So you can go straight on through the orb, and it's fine, but if you have to step off them, say, if there's a bunch of chests, that's when you get into encounter town again.
Can you still hit... I'm guessing you can still hit...
Warmech?
Warmech.
Yeah, it should all still be just encounters for the floor. Which would be really funny if you're like, alright, I got this orb, and then Warmech decides to wreck your day.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Got Duskbloom making their way through Earth. Keep a close eye, make sure they pick up their loot. But given they checked the chest to the far right there, can imagine they're gonna skip that one. And there we are. Budge Mono,
even with
bracking
the katana,
Tia.
Still just brack him.
Just brack. Classic gamer saying Warmech has wrecked their day doing that, stepping off tile.
I mean, yeah, sometimes life just be like that. But yeah, Budge Mono is just laser focused on that endgame, so no, I can't see anything really slowing him down at this point. Everyone's gear is absurd. He's got all the buffs and items he needs. It's just go beat up some bosses.
Yeah, this is gonna be a great time, and it's crazy, right? It's like 10 minutes ago, one orb missing the key, right? And we're thinking, okay, everyone feels behind. But with this, oops all loose, it's like, okay, you find one thing, you know where you have access to the floater. It's just pop in, pop out. So the first 40 minutes takes forever, and then the last 5-10 minutes you're just popping through every dungeon and
yeah, just that ending snowball is just a straight cliff. There's no spiraling here. It's just done. Okay, let's finish.
But you're gonna have other racers that might have to do a full clear of C because they missed something, and they don't do the routing that Budge did, and it's gonna take them an extra 4 minutes.
Yep, and that's kind of where the luck comes in, is thinking, okay, should I do this now, and or am I gonna get just what can I do here? And in this case, not bothering with C at all paid off pretty well. Let's see, we didn't lock the mermaids in, so all the chests can be shuffled every which way. So yeah, there was a reasonable possibility things could have been there, but they weren't. He didn't go there, and yeah, paying off.
Dustbloom did remember to get the loot. Good to see.
No cheeky brack on Kraken this time.
I mean, you can't get lucky every time.
Some of us can't get lucky anytime, but you know. That's why Bane is the worst spell.
Brack? And 772 out of that X-Cal. On the red mage, I believe? No, it had been a fighter.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think red has legendary swords, so...
Yeah, I don't think it was legendary. It was not.
And yeah, here goes the Temple of Fiends at right about the 57-minute mark even, so...
That's a great time.
Gotta beat Garland. The speed bumpiest of speed bumps at this point.
Yeah, anyone just watching comes in and sees 57 minutes, Garland. What is happening?
But yeah, with short Topher, this is what, 3 minutes out from being done?
Yeah. That X-Cal might just do it right here.
I mean, yeah, carry should be much the same. Yep, there's that. It's just like, you know, the bridge boss at an hour mark is, you really just never touched a bridge? Never? Oh, okay, that's fine.
It kind of scares you when you're racing and then it comes on, you're like, wait, what happened? Oh, never mind. That's right. Or like when Astos pack, shows up, like, what is happening?
Right, the surprise Astos.
I'm trying to turn it in a bottle, man. Like, leave me alone. And Kraken 2 down.
Yep. I was gonna say we're gonna beat the clock and be exactly at an hour here if Tiamat dies fast enough. Probably not. I'm still, holding out for Chaos with Nuke and Cure 4, but
yeah,
that's almost certainly not gonna happen.
Ah, you're putting that out there. 700.
Have you quad-X'd your Tiamat lately?
And this is where it pays off for the promotion and just to get that life. And we got
absolutely
full party. Yep, full party. No, I mean, 9 times out of 10, like when you're racing this, unless it's easily accessible and you have the tail, you're not even going to promote. It's not really required in this. But
yep,
here,
unlike all later games, promotion doesn't get you extra stats or extra fun stuff. At most, it gets you a couple nicer things to swing. So here he is, first to Chaos. Alright, already 4 hits for 200, so Chaos is going to be a pushover today.
Out of tempers, do we have luck?
It was relatively low level, so it should be fine.
At 1100, this is one swing away.
And yeah, technically Magic Def does change after upgrades for the Black Belt, but nothing else for anyone in almost all these parties, so... You don't get more strength, you don't get more dodge, you just get slightly nicer gear and cooler sprites.
And down goes Chaos at an hour and 29, hour 28 for Budge Mono. GG's. I mean, that's a great time. I'm sure he wanted sub-hour, but that is a fantastic time. And while he's finishing up there, Duskbloom is getting their key out of Titan Strove. And Guardian Marcus doing the full clear of mermaids.
Unfortunate, but you know, it's just one of those things where you gotta check, and sometimes it just does not pay off.
Yeah, and this is one of those things with routing, right? I mean, Budge Mono didn't have to. Was in go mode, could go full through.
Mm-hmm.
So at an hour 32, Budge Mono is first on stream and first overall.
Oh, sitting alone in bucket number 1.
Congrats to Budge Mono.
Yeah, GG's Budge. Which for Team FF Rando is important because they are 2 points behind Alternate Time Loop. They're sitting at number 3 with 83. Alternate Time Loop's number 2 at 85.
What's the rule? Can we say the other times here outside of our other racers on stream?
Yeah, we go up until we have whoever is still on stream running.
Yeah,
typically.
Yeah, so Budge Mono at an hour 32, first on stream. Chronometrics at an hour and 4 minutes 30. Also, not going to be in. He's going to open up bin 2, and then let's see here. Pickles and Beer finished at an hour and 5. Also going to be in bin 2.
Yep. Okay, yeah, it looks like Shun Bobby is recommending once the clock actually gets there, but no, that's fair. We'll do that for everyone going forward. Unfortunately, right now for Prophet and Guardian, it's just, hey, let's check a bunch of stuff that unfortunately is not going to pay off.
Yeah, the full clear here just feels bad.
I mean, it does, but it's only because we know that it's not going to pay out. Otherwise, it is the right play.
Yep.
It's just not the right enough play.
I can tell if Prophet's, oh, I thought it was froze, but...
No, it just seems to be thinking really hard before punching carry.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that.
Might also just be checking notes and trying to figure out where to go next.
Alright, let me see if I can get Budge in here.
And yep, in the meantime, we have Duskbloom just burning through air as fast as they can, because it's go time. Oh, well, yeah, packing for a flight in 12 hours is totally reasonable, so good luck. Fly safe. And GG's on the win.
All right,
And now
not
the
sure
slow part.
if Budge is coming in, but
No, he posted in the Twitch chat that he's furiously packing for a flight in 12 hours, so that's not going to happen.
oh, okay.
Which is totally fair, yeah.
Kind of rude he didn't invite us, but fine.
I mean, budget cuts.
I get it.
Pretty sure this is the point in the stream when people usually start talking about food because there's really not a lot going on aside from beating things that someone else just did.
I think if Caleb was in the stream, we would be talking food, but we're not.
I was gonna say I also haven't seen any good movies lately either, so.
It's literally just Rings of Power. That's all I'm watching.
Seems totally fair. I don't know. All the friends who really like Lord of the Rings don't like it, but they're also the people who got really upset about Star Wars, so kind of grain of salt with the opinion there.
It's better than nothing.
Sure.
When did we get the floater? We picked that up in Volcano. Probably at the 30-minute, no, maybe 25, 30-minute mark?
Yeah, I think Budge Mono got it fairly early compared to most of the rest of the runners we had on stream.
And Dustbloom picking up their 4th orb and going to be heading into Topher relatively soon.
And yep, with their gear and their stuff, there should be another 3-4 minutes over, no problem. Checking those trap chests in case it's something fun. At this point, what are you looking for? Just extra ribbons?
Yeah, maybe.
Like, it's not armor. It's definitely not swords.
At this point, you're good to go. You gotta go for it.
And speed bump things.
And 635, 685, couldn't quite see it. Down goes carried 2.
I was gonna say I blanked and suddenly Guardian Marcus is in Topher.
Yeah, he's Guardian Marcus is just really fast. I think he was a Duckling Derby winner, but he just posted some really fast times.
Seems solid. He's what, a single fight behind Duskbloom, so shouldn't be too big a disparity unless something, ugly happens. But I mean, Topher definitely never just sucker punches people, what? And there goes Tia. Completely forgetting to do his one job of wrecking somebody.
Yeah, just back rowing, your red mage.
So yeah, it seems like the double fast, double swing is picking up speed because now it's a whole pulled a full flight ahead.
Yep. Fast. swing, and then any tempers we have. This shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're getting enough crits for Duskplume's side that the few tempers they have are really still gonna be enough.
Right. Yeah, with 2 melees, you're fine here. Except when we're doing 226. That 672 is much better. Oh gosh, was that the Vorpal?
I think it was.
Oh my gosh, I gotta eat
Because it's
my
the red mage swinging it.
Yeah, I gotta eat my words. 1100. Alright, sorry, Bert. We'll never question my teammate again. And down goes Chaos for Duskplume, finishing at an official time of 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 47 seconds. GG's Duskplume.
GG's to Duskplume. It was a very solid kill. Now it's just down to Guardian Marcus to make it way through there. Oh hey, we're joined in the booth by Duskplume. What is up?
Let's give it up for the Vorpal, everybody. Round of applause.
Hey, well done. Woo-hoo. I've only been talking great things about the Vorpal the entire time.
I completely believe you. Why would you have reason to say anything else?
Yes, just don't ask anyone ever. GG, well ran. Walk us through that. Did you feel behind at 44 minutes, right? I think you had maybe one orb and you're just like, what is happening? I don't have the key. Did you feel behind at any point there?
There were a couple of minutes where I felt I was behind, but when I found basically everything I needed to get in, well, so I found the chime in Ordeals and the key in Titans.
Yep.
I think at that point it was just like, okay, there probably aren't going to be more than a couple of people who figured this out right away. Right. So I'm still in it. And like when I went to go promote, and I still had C and Sky left, but Mono had just finished. So I still felt pretty good at that point because the practice times I've been getting have been around 110, 115. So 111 slots right in there just fine. I just wish I'd taken a Thief instead of another caster, but oh well.
Yeah, I mean, if there was Nuke level 1, you were golden, right? But you certainly, been 3, second on stream, and 4th overall. Still a fantastic showing, and really, really well ran.
Thank you.
It's solid. A very solid performance overall.
Yeah, sort of feels like this is just where I've been finishing in the tournament, just kind of like middle of the pack, 3rd, 4th, around there, and that's fine. That's fine.
Sorry to interrupt. We have Guardian Marcus finishing at an official race time GG time of 1:14:01, which is a photo finish tie with Fry Teeth off stream. Still 1:14:01.
Oh, that's too funny.
I know, right? And that should be rounding out bucket 3. So GG's to Guardian Marcus, who is actually jumping into the booth. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, GG guys.
GG, well done.
Thank you.
Guardian, I don't know if you saw that, but you finished literally the exact same time as Fry Teeth. It looks like he clicked it maybe a half a second before you did. Was it pretty funny to see that?
Yeah, I've never actually seen that myself, something so close, so that's kind of funny, but it is what it is.
Well, if you guys were in separate bins, if that would have been some type of difference there, we would have, we'd have to do a look back on that, but you'll both be in bin 3, so good run there.
Thank you. Yeah, that doesn't, not such a big deal with the bins, having to check the time.
Yep, it's a little bit hard to wrap your head around initially, but I think the bins are really nice for just showing that a little bit of variance shouldn't really, cripple your team's chances. So that the, oh, hey, I came in 10 seconds late is still, hey, good enough. You did well. You get the points for it. It also means we don't have the crazy blowouts like in the Duck Derby. But honestly, I don't know. I think I'd like the scoring system quite a bit.
Yeah, it's definitely grown on me. It felt after the first week it was maybe not doing as much as it should be, but as we've played throughout the weeks, it's definitely helped even out a lot.
Yeah, especially just because with the variance between 4 different players for each team, being able to smooth out the random bumps is pretty nice. And you gotta feel like, okay, hey, if this team is in first, they've definitely earned that by being right up there with whoever else is at the top.
Yeah, absolutely.
So walk us through your party selections. I don't think we had anyone consistent on stream. Dustbloom, you decided to take just the fighter and a bunch of mages. Maybe walk through your rationale for that, and then Guardian, same question to you.
Yeah, I've had success with that comp in the practices that I've done that I've finished the best in, and it's just sort of I haven't really seen the need for more than one melee unless I get like something that happened today with the Vorpal +5 and a Mass, and then I can just turn the red mage into a melee. But it feels like magic early is really key. More often than not, you're going to have at least one really good spell to be able to AoE, big packs down with. So, and especially with the trapped chests, those tend to be, there tend to be more enemies in those because they're B-side tiles. So having AoE seems better for that. Be able to get gear just snowballs a little bit better, in my opinion.
No, I agree. I think that's very smart. Guardian?
For me, I definitely love to have that thief in the first slot there, for the run chance, ambush chance, and the dodge. Since they've boosted the thief, I'm a really huge fan of it. And then just have the fighter, doing the most damage. That way I, maybe only need one sword instead of two. So I can skip a few more checks. And then red mage, black mage is actually what I've been enjoying for the practices of these. Just to find the magic, especially if you find Lefane pretty quickly. You'll have more than enough magic to get through the boxes, and I like to have the thief because I don't really take any overworld or dungeon. I just stick with the trap chest pretty much. So
Interesting. Well, instead of finding one sword, you found two. You got the Masa and that Vorpal +5, and that certainly paid off for you.
I never found the Vorpal.
Oh shoot! I'm sorry. I thought you had that. Maybe that was was that Dustbloom that had it.
Yes,
That was
Too
me.
many swords to keep track of, because almost everyone picked 2 out of 3 for Excal, Massa, Vorpal, Katana. There were a lot of things.
It was Dustbloom that had Dustbloom. That's right. You had the Vorpal +5 on the red mage, right, and the Masa on the fighter.
Nope, I had the Vorpal +5 on the fighter. I was taking that Vorpal all the way.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I'm wrong on all counts.
Swords, yo. Jumping back to stream for a second, looked like Prophet of Retro, at least a minute ago, was sitting at Bahamut and then thinking, I have a black belt. Do I really want to promote now? And decided against it. Now we get the Adamant out of Waterfall and just not making the I have Oxy, I have everything, it's go mode, go punch.
Okay, Guardian, Dustbloom. Out of the 3 weeks that you've ran, which ones have been your favorite flag set so far? You got to pick one.
I quite enjoyed Proc Gen, actually. It took a little bit of getting used to it first, but it's pretty fun to be able to just kind of have an entirely new map to deal with. All the things that you remembered, especially with like chest placement and stuff, out the window. So, yeah, I had a lot of fun with this one.
You're a sick man. That's bad. Sick person there. I just think it's definitely difficult, right? But it makes it interesting, right? So you're not just running the same old map. Guardian, what about you?
Definitely not week 2. But I do enjoy Shard Hunt a lot, so even though I didn't finish very good, I will have to go with week 1.
I would like to go ahead and put my vote in as well as not enjoying week 2 at all. That was an experiment. Leave it at that.
I hated everything about week 2 except the actual seed. The actual seed for me was fine.
I'll tell you what, they are opening feedback up to that. So if you would like to leave some feedback for week 2, let's re-engage.
Boy, look at the time. I've got to go. See you later.
Re-engage. Let's re-engage that chat.
I mean, I ended up finishing second, so maybe it wasn't that bad, but yeah.
Yeah, and I it's looking like Prophet did not check the hairpins here.
Yeah, Tracker corrected me. He does not have the floater. It wasn't just an oversight. He legitimately just has not grabbed that yet, which is really unfortunate, because that is all that he needs to just wrap stuff up.
Guardian, if you watch this back, I wasn't sure if you had picked up the loot in Earth. You're just so fast. I didn't catch that. I thought you went by it, and so I was thinking that's going to be a rough pass by, but you did end up picking that up. We missed that on Prophet's side for not hitting up the floater. But it's easy to do in Volcano. It's a tough hairpin.
Yeah, absolutely. And luckily I seen a hint for it, so I knew to check. But
Right.
was there a hint for the key, or did I just get unlucky? You happen to know?
I don't. I think chat said there was.
I was going to say, Ruby was so late that it wasn't like anybody could rush there.
Yeah, Shimbabi was saying there was. It was in Gaia. It was what? I think that's the Pink Witch.
Yeah, I unfortunately stopped checking hint givers, not intentionally, just my mind blanked, and yeah, that cost me, potentially a win tonight. So.
So, Guardian, I think I mentioned on stream that I believe you had won a Duck Derby previously. Is that one of your credentials there, or maybe that was Budge that I was thinking of?
That's Budge.
Okay.
I didn't win mine, no.
Still one of the premier racers, so it was certainly fun to watch, and Dust Bloom's always up there with good times as well. All right, so if you're a Prophet, where do you go here? You're searching everything, right? Maybe going to Hint Giver?
Yeah, maybe he's checking some hint givers. Yeah, I fear of it. I don't know if he saw Marsh. You may be looking for Marsh Cave because there's a lot of chests there.
Yeah, gonna go
Having to
all
double back to Marsh locked. Ugh.
everything locked. Yeah.
Yeah. That was the one thing I was thankful for. That it was the key that I needed, so I didn't have to go back to lock chests or lock doors.
Oh yeah, there's never anything important in Marsh Lock.
Oh, never.
I'm not going to comment because I was one of the racers on Tuesday, and that led to the bottle, which led to the chime.
Yep.
So still a little hurt.
Yeah, I mean, this is just one of those, how long is it going to be before you think, okay, hey, where's the likely spot that I missed something? And with Volcano as out of the way as it is, this is just going to be fumbling around in the dark for a while, thinking, it can't be somewhere I checked yet, until you've run out of everything else.
All right, so while Prophet is searching around, so we're at the 125 mark. Let's re-go over where everyone finished here again. Budge Mono first at an hour, Chronometrics at 104, Pickles of Beer at 105, Dust Bloom on stream at 111, Bright Teeth at 114.01, tied with Guardian Marcus at 114.01, and Jesus the Frog coming in at 7th overall at 120.24. Fantastic racer, real handsome guy, very nice. And then 8th. Well, we haven't got to that time yet, so we will hold off on it.
Yeah, give it a couple minutes.
Gonna make that mistake again.
Which was busy going over the numbers with you there and missed it. Did Prophet actually manage to check the hint giver there? Because that was the one that would say, you missed it in Volcano.
Oh no. All right, so while Prophet is searching for this, 2 questions for you guys. Well, 1 question for each. Dustbloom, Guardian Marcus, how did you guys get involved, or how did you get involved with FFR?
For me, there was a friend of mine who I had started watching on Twitch. It's probably the first person that I started getting into watching on Twitch, Sho Fukumachi. And he participated in the spring tournament. It would be a year and a half ago now. And I got really interested in watching him play that. So I watched as many spring tournament matches as I could that year. And it was enough for me to kind of understand the basics of how the game work. And I started getting into it myself. And I was in the Duckling Derby that summer.
So did you play vanilla Final Fantasy as a kid?
Yeah, I played Final Fantasy. It was the first game that I ever played,
Nice.
which would be 30 years ago now.
Just a little bit.
It's fine. We don't have to date ourselves here, but that's awesome. And then Guardian Marcus.
I first got into it during the pandemic. Out of boredom, I I think it was the spring tournament of that year. I just happened to stumble upon it on a YouTube video, and then I found like the Duckling Boot Camp, and just kind of snowballed from there.
That's great. That's similar to my story. It was one of the YouTube recommended videos, and I'm like, okay, clearly I knew I was a nerd, but didn't know I was that big of a nerd, and that it recommended that. And I'm like, yup. And so watched the entire spring tournament 2021, and I couldn't get enough of that. You hear the names like, you got Danny and Gregory Puff and Caleb and Dead Pulse and CC and all these great racers. And then you join the community, which we'll post a link to that, and all of a sudden you're racing in these pickup games with them, and you're racing in these tournaments with them, and it's really fun.
Yeah, absolutely. It almost feels like unreal, because it just, like you said, you see these racers and they're really good, and then you start learning to play, and it's all of a sudden like, hey, I can get up to their level sometimes too. Like, I can get close to them at least. So it's really good. And if you never played FFR before, definitely check out Duckling Boot Camps. They really do help.
They do a fantastic job with that, and if you join our Discord community, right? For anyone that's watching, everyone's willing to help, offer suggestions, re-race a seed for you if you're struggling with it. Dead Pulse does a great job with VOD reviews as well. So if you race something and stream it, and you want someone to critique it, so there's a lot of people out there that want to help you get better. We want more people involved in the community, and it's just a fantastic time. It is highly addictive, but in a fun way, because everyone is really supportive and fun.
Yep, can absolutely third the Duckling Boot Camp as a great way to go from 0 to hero, or 0 to doing pretty well, I guess. But I mean, I just started playing at the start of the year. I jumped in from the Archipelago tournament thinking, hey, this is going to be fun to just do random multi-world stuff with people. We came in last, but that was fine. And then jumped to the Duck Derby and managed to swipe third.
Good showing for just started. Okay, so what's going through Prophet's head right now? Just basically recheck everything.
It's got to be somewhere.
First thing was going to all the key locks. I can't imagine Volcano's going to be on the top of his list.
No, you got to think that's going to be right at the bottom, because he was right there, and he walked past it. Instead, it's double check for the shop item, try and figure out what you forgot, because it's obviously got to be something small and not, oh yeah, I just missed stuff in the hairpins. Which, great instincts on. I'm pretty sure this is what I forgot, but I didn't know.
No. If you actually look at the Corneria item shop, it has two sets of pures on it, and that indicates that the item shop is like a dud item.
Interesting.
Yep, figured it wasn't just a random graphical glitch.
Nope.
I was really hoping Prophet was going to check the map.
Need another quick break?
You know, I could have another one.
But yeah, like Corneria locked, Elf locked, I think is about the last stuff to check that absolutely positively. Oh, it's even empty, man.
Yeah.
Just the frustration right there.
Yeah, there it is. That's his signal to us saying, not fun. And he knows he's on Restream. He's posted some really good times up until now. I mean, like, this is still fine, right? This happens to even the best racers, right? All it takes is just one chest, and you're screwed. So, you know, he was right there in it up until this point. So that's just part of Rando.
Yeah, it does unfortunately happen, and like I said, happens to the best of us. It can honestly happen to anybody.
It's right up there with Thunder Mummies as the rite of passage for any randomizer. Sometimes the game hates you, and sometimes stuff happens.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can't go back to Waterfall.
Just restart going hotter, colder.
All right, so we're at the 1 hour and 33 mark. We had, we had Jesus the Frog finish at 1 hour and 20. I believe that's going to be bin 4. And
Yep,
then
because bin 3 ended at, should be 1:15:47, because it's 4 minutes for bin 3, because it's 1, 2, 4, 8.
So, Guardian, how are you feeling about your team's chances making the top 4? That's pretty good. Bin 3 keeps you right in it.
I think we're out.
No,
I don't think we have much of a chance, to be honest. Just we haven't had a good enough showing this year.
Who's on your team again? Remind me.
I have Dead Pulse, Papa Dukes, and Demon RHK.
What? I think you guys are in it. I think,
We need a miracle. I don't think we're technically out, but
I feel like you need like 5 first place finishes to make up the points differences, and then they need to not fall in those buckets for the current like top 2 teams. Because it's a 21 point difference between you guys and first right now, and that's just a lot.
That is a ton. I mean, Shoom Bobby hasn't lost the race, so it's kind of how he's been a monster this fall league. So I mean, it'd have to start there.
Really, what I'm seeing here is you guys need to get your 7 volunteer points because you currently have none.
Yeah, that's true. That's kind of true.
go to comms, all right? You're listening to us, right? Or listening to me. Mr. Ibis is doing a fantastic job, right? Get on comms. It's fun. It'll at least get you a point there.
Yeah, I'm more of a tracker.
And that's totally fine too. Tracking gets you points. Just ask J-Lo or Moonrism.
Yeah, exactly.
They're here.
I mean,
they're not
true.
talking. No one's saying, "Hey, get these guys off the stage."
No,
Did we?
They're doing great jobs.
Hold on. Have we seen the ghoul with toxic before? I don't remember seeing that.
No, I don't remember that either.
It happened earlier. It missed like everything, and Prophet just walked away from it just fine. But it's apparently just not happening today for him.
Shoot.
Oh my gosh. Hold as well. Luckily, they're running.
Yeah, but running with a black belt and the red mage is always just an exercise in frustration. That's why you bring that thief with the plus luck. I'm pretty sure that's like a 100% chance to run. Or if not, it's still really, really, really good.
Okay, I feel for Prophet. I know this feeling. It's like, it's just the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so Guardian, you're in this situation. What are you doing? Okay, you've already checked all the key locks. Just going methodically one by one.
Yeah, I mean, I start checking hint giver.
Yep.
You know.
There it is, and now he sees it.
There we go.
There
Yeah,
it is.
there's the long pause. I love it.
Yeah. I mean, I know I'm not one to talk because I didn't talk to I missed the witch. That cost me a lot of time, but yeah, you gotta, at this point, you gotta start thinking, you know, is there a hint giver? You're not even guaranteed to have one, but.
Looks like off screen we have Dark Moon tossing in a DNF. He forfeit the race. And yeah, unfortunately the comments just couldn't find progression. So that's the situation, but Prophet got the hint they needed.
We did see Danny finish at 1 hour and 33 minutes and 53 seconds. And so that's good enough for 8th place.
Yep, should be Danny in bucket. Let's see, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Bucket 4 alone. Or no, hang on. Miscounting, because Jesus is 4, it's 20 to 28, so Danny should be bucket 5.
Yes.
Petrifying Worms with Trance 2. This is really just that montage at the end of you got to go through all of this, through the fire, the explosions.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to leave you all to see Retro through to the end. I need to grab myself some dinner. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you both for commenting. Thank you, everybody, for tracking everything. Have a great evening.
Absolutely. Thank you for participating, and thanks for the good show.
GG. Thanks, Dustbone.
GG, Deathbloom.
Oh no, it looks like Prophet doesn't know the hint doesn't match up with the floor.
Oh no. That's a terrible floor to go through.
Because it's straight to the bottom, and then...
Yep. And then there's, 6 different rooms? No, there are 8 rooms,
8,
right?
Yeah, it's all the
8 rooms,
cardinal
yeah.
directions and then diagonals. Oh man, it's just the assumption of, okay, I already did the hairpins, they're empty, let's check somewhere else. This is just like, yeah, peak, oh. If you just started searching a couple floors earlier, you would have been fine. What can you do?
I hope he goes back and doesn't just think that it was a false prophet or a false hint giver.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing here.
Just think, okay, did I just miss a chest on the edge? What? No.
All right, so while he's going through this here, Mr. Ibis, have you ran any week 4s?
No, I am really bad about practicing ahead of time. I'm going to try and get them all in over the weekend.
Listen, as your teammate, I need you to... Actually, you can jump off comms. I need you to go run a practice seed right now until 2 in the morning. And then quit your job and focus on that for the rest of the week.
I guess I can manage that, sure.
Okay, thank you.
One of the perks about being a stay-at-home dad.
Oh, even better. Living the dream. Living the dream.
Yeah, for the most part. It's pretty nice. Especially just because of, everything with COVID being chaos, it was nice to have one of us just able to anchor and just take care of everything for the kids.
I don't think you have to worry about it. We're gonna have Bert just take first this week and next week. We'll be fine.
Kind of banking on those commentary points, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. Maybe they'll see this and be like, gosh, they were so good at comms. Can you guys do it again? And we'll give you extra points. See if Carrie's there again. Just do it.
Yeah. Might as well.
For it.
Is this Red Dragon the reincarnation of Carrie? Who knows?
Alright.
I do want to give a shout out to your teammate there, Bert. It seems like every fall league he'll grab newer players and try to help them learn how to play the game. So that's really, really awesome. So I gotta give him a lot of credit for that.
Guardian, you're right on. He grabbed me. He grabbed Woo Bear, who ended up winning the Duckling Derby, Master Ibis as well, and Jesus Frog. We're all somewhat newer racers, and he's like, hey, join my team. Let me, coach you guys up. And he has a separate thread with us, and he gives us tutorials amongst other racers. He does it to all players, but he certainly took us under his wing and has taught us a ton of things. We just race. When I first started, we just raced just because it was fun, but didn't know all these nuances. And he's certainly taught us a lot of different things. So appreciate you giving him a shout out, and couldn't agree more with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Bert's been a fantastic mentor. And I also would want to shout out Fry Teeth, even though he's on someone else's team this year, just because. Yeah, lots going on there. He was also one of the people who stepped up when I was a duck and helped me learn a bunch of odds and ends.
And looks like Prophet is thinking about this here. He's debating on... I wonder if he's going through his notes here.
I mean, yeah, this is either the double checking everything or...
We've all been there. It's like, do I do the forfeit or do I keep going? I like this. Persevere.
Oh no. Shrugged it off as, oh no, it must have been a bad hint. It must be shuffled somewhere else. But Volcano is still only shuffled with Volcano, because the individual orb dungeons are just shuffled amongst themselves. It's not like the rest of the caves that are all caves, or castles are all castles. Oh man, you hate to see it.
Where are we going next? I mean, there's no way we go back to Volcano.
I mean, yeah, at this point, you've completely written it out.
That's this is what I would have gone C, right? And specifically, a lot of chests right around Kraken. Checking Mermaid side, probably. There are some chests here on that floor.
Yeah, there's a couple, like, what, 4 little rooms on that first floor?
Yeah, exactly. Normally 2 have chests. But there are others and that's probably what I would check first. But he probably felt strongly that he had already checked them.
Double checking TFC and oh man.
So Guardian, while we're going through this, you can stick around if you want, or if you want to give us some final thoughts, and we can let you go as well. No, it's getting late.
I'm okay.
You're good? All right.
He's going the distance.
I like it. Hey, he's like, if we're gonna be here, he's here, and we appreciate it. Okay, hold on. Guardian, your team does not get a point, though. All right, don't think that you're getting a point for this.
I've got at least half a point.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, they round down.
Okay.
But yeah, like, this has got to be okay, I've been over these notes twice. Maybe if I check it a third time.
Yeah, you just racking your brain at this point. You're an hour and 45 minutes in. You don't. It definitely doesn't feel good at this point.
Yeah. So, Guardian, I was telling you, it's a very similar boat, right? I was on YouTube and Spring Tournament got recommended. And I had no idea, right? Because there was like pods and then there was, the brackets, and I really didn't know what was going on. And I didn't like brackets because I think it was entrance floor shuffle or there was something different, but I really liked the pods format because it was somewhat vanilla-ish, right, to me. So I watched the entire pods video, and then it's like, okay, then I got to move on to brackets, and I was like, oh well, like they're switching the format like halfway through. I was like, I'm only used to this. So then I was like, fine, I'm addicted to this. I still have to watch it, and got into like the entrance floor shuffle. I was like, okay, this is actually pretty neat. But I remember seeing like all these racers on there, and I think you race as well in that. And so when I just joined Discord, the first person to message me was Danny, who was like one of the first people on comms for the first race that I'd watched. And she's like, "Hey, welcome to the community." I was like, I kind of felt, I know it's gonna sound really bad, but I was like, kind of felt like I was a celebrity. I was like, I just watched you on YouTube, and like you're just messaging me. She's like, "Hey, yeah, welcome. You want to race? Like, join everything?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm in. I'm hooked. I'm addicted." And then I started racing against people like you and Budge, and the Dead Pulse and the CC, and I was like, this is just so much fun. There's so many cool things to do with this FFR, and you do not get bored with it because it constantly changes.
Yeah, we have amazing devs that are constantly adding new and unique ways to run the game, and so it's got a little bit of everything for everybody.
Yeah, and all the devs, I mean, you nailed it. ADR has done a fantastic work. Wild Ham, I'm sure I'm forgetting a ton of people, but it's constantly making edits to this.
And looks like there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can't blame them.
No, GG's for trying. That's just unfortunate circumstances, but you played it out. You did your best.
Yeah, you definitely gave it a good old try.
It's one chest.
And it's one garbage chest and a bunch of hairpins that all look identical.
Right. Yep. One chest. All right, I guess we'll throw it over to you, Guardian Marcus, if you want to give final thoughts on the flag and the seed.
Yeah, I think the flags are good. I really enjoyed. This is my first taste of ProcGen, and I actually, was kind of weary of it at first, but I actually really enjoyed it, and wouldn't be afraid to do it again. Otherwise, yeah, this has been, the tournament's been great and enjoyable, and it's awesome to see even newer members jump in and do well. And, such a thing with you guys, jumping in, doing comms now, and that's pretty amazing. So, GG to everybody, and thank you to trackers, thank you to comms, and thank you to tournament committee for putting this together.
GG. Thanks, Guardian.
Jeez.
Well, Mr. Ibis, I had a pleasure doing comms with you. A lot of fun. We saw some good races tonight, and best of luck to the Feels Bad man going forward.
And the other teams too. Can't forget that. We got to at least pretend to be impartial.
That's right. That's right. I'm sorry. We have to mention them.
But yeah, no, this was a fantastic race tonight. Looks like FF Rando is going to be pulling ahead a little bit here, and honestly, it's all still very neck and neck for a lot of teams. So keep your eyes on the ball, and we'll see you next time. And well, shout outs to our trackers, JLo and Moonrise and Phoenix. And special thanks to ADR for restreaming us, and especially shout outs to Final Fantasy Randomizer for hosting us today.
All right. Good night, everyone.